Well, I was sitting around doing nothing Friday night, and then I was like, well,
What?
what's on Hulu? Because why do I have this subscription when I never watch it lately? And it turns out there's this, it like showed me this show Hit Monkey, and I looked by Marvel, which I don't usually tend to watch like superhero shows. But then it said who was in it, and already they had me at Fred Tatasciore, who plays Shax. He's so great, and he was such a great interview on Seventh Rule. And so apparently he plays the monkey. And then when I looked to see who else was in it, George Takei is the other leading cast member. I was like, how is there a show with two like big Star Trek people? And that was not reported to us. So now everybody knows.
And yeah, check it out. So it's called Hit Monkey.
Yeah, and George Takei like doesn't have as big of a role, but I think his role like gets progressively bigger, and he's like a Japanese politician for good. See, like, and Ted Lasso is like the other main person.
It's Marvel. This show this is legit. This is Marvel. Revenge Goes Primal. Oh, that's funny. That's cute.
This show kind of came in under the radar. It was not heavily advertised. MODOK is another one that's on Hulu that wasn't heavily advertised either. So.
Yeah, there's but look, this has Easter egg for MODOK in it.
This has the guy that plays Shax on Lower Decks. Mm-hmm. He's the main character. He's Hit Monkey. And George Takei, is Shinji Yokohama. Jason Sudeikis is in this. Olivia Munn. I mean, I have no idea.
Every time I start watching it, I have to order ramen out because they're always eating ramen and it looks so good. So.
Shout out to Ali Maki and Theodore Chin. I worked with Ali Maki on a film years ago, and Theodore's from the Bay. Great voiceover artist. So
nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Jolene Kim. I know Jolene too. That's so cool. Yay.
Well, we know George Takei. So.
I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes scores for it because I was curious like how it ranked. And it does pretty good. So for the audience, it was 93%. For the critics, it was 75%. So to scale it, then I looked up a bunch of Star Trek movies to see like where would it fall amongst the Star Trek movies. So it has a higher audience score than First Contact, which is like
get the out of here. What?
It does.
Who is rating this thing? First Contact.
But then for the critics, it kind of falls between. It's above Insurrection and Nemesis, and a little bit below Into Darkness and Undiscovered Country. So
Muhammad, you did your research. Look at you.
Wait. Insurrection and Nemesis are below Into Darkness?
Yeah, they are.
For audience?
Critic scores.
Oh, okay, that's why.
But it's kind of like a less funny version of Archer.
Oh.
How many episodes have you seen?
I think I'm on 7 or 8.
How do you like it?
You have to be in the right like headspace. First of all, let me also say don't watch it with kids because it's super graphically violent.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Which sometimes I'm like, ew. Even with cartoon, that's gross. But it's sort of like Archer meets Kill Bill. Like the guy who plays Ted Lasso like makes a lot of jokes under his breath, like an Archer style. And whoever does the writing, I will say, like, is not as funny. Like the jokes kind of fall flat. But it's awesome animation, and it really makes you want to go to Japan and eat Japanese food. And it's pretty original. Plus, it's just so amazing to have 2 Star Trek actors.
Yeah.
Heading it up.
Now, what I was curious about was Fred Tatasciore, who plays Shax again on Lower Decks. Mm-hmm. What kind of is his voice recognizable?
Oh yeah, so this is really weird. This is the really weird part. I keep waiting to see if the monkey will like learn English, because obviously like it's in the show's in English, but so far it's just like monkey noises, which is a little bit weird.
Monkey noises.
But like at this point, he's starting to understand the ghost spy hitman who does speak English to the monkey. But yeah, it's just oddly, it's just monkey noises, so you can't really tell that it's Shax.
So Fred is doing the main character's voice, but it's just there's no dialogue.
Yeah, it's
the
like
main character is a monkey.
80% of the show is just like him and Ted Lasso talking. Well, one of them talking and one answering in noises.
It's always interesting when Marvel chooses to how they choose certain projects. It's like Marvel has like a million projects, and I'm not knocking the show because I haven't even seen it, but it's just like Marvel's got a million projects of well-known like superheroes, situations, storylines, and they choose like, from what my understanding is, one of the lesser known whatever. So I don't know.
Well, you can take more creative license with something that's more or less known, and you get less, of the, this is not the way the comic is supposed to be. With
you got
more
a lot of
popular stuff. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Yeah. Hey, if it works, it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then sometimes you get something where like it might be like Jason Sudeikis or something who's like a total fan of this particular property and says, "Hey, I want to do this thing, make this thing," and that's the sort of thing that gets it going. If you have an actor who really gets behind something, and
like Patton Oswalt and MODOK really like nailed that.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But is MODOK even that good? I mean,
I thought it got so good.
I tried.
You just watched the first. You just watched the first.
It's good, dude.
Better and better, and there were some like hilarious deep cut jokes that you would only get like if you had a bar bat mitzvah. I'm like, who are these jokes for? Like, you have to know the Hebrew that you don't really understand what it means. He just had like some really amazing jokes, and it's very like much channeled Dr. Katz.
Medicine woman?
No, professional therapist.
Who is the medicine woman?
Dr. Quinn.
Dr. Quinn. But then the other really fun cameo, like Star Trek sort of recurring character that's out there right now is Dickinson on Apple. Bob Picardo's in it, and he plays like kind of a funny older doctor, and he's been recurring quite a lot this season.
He is ubiquitous.
Also a really fun one. He is ubiquitous.
Whoever thought of casting Picardo as a doctor? I don't get it.
What show is that?
On Dickinson, it's like the show about Emily Dickinson. That's sort of like it's like filmed as if it's current and modern, but it's like about Emily Dickinson around the time of the Civil War, growing up in Amherst. Pretty good.
I just started watching. I just started watching the show What We Do in the Shadows last week. I hadn't seen it
with Dougie.
Shut up.
Yeah. And like Dougie shows up and like
Scott. She said, "Shut up." Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he comes on and he's this old vampire, the Baron, and he's freaking hilarious and just like steals the show. I mean, everybody on the cast is so funny. It's some of the guys from like the IT Crowd and the Garth Marenghi's Dark Place and Fly of the Conchords and stuff like that. And they're all funny, and the writing's good. But like Dougie comes in and he's hilarious. He's so hilarious, and to see him, I mean, because he does this thing where he's in a costume and stuff like that. But he gets to be kind of wacky. That not the kind of stuff that you see him when he's Saru. So.
And I can't believe they keep bringing him back. Like they just finished season 3, and he's even in season 3.
Yeah. What? Don't spoil it. I haven't seen it. I'm still in season 2.
That's all.
In the live chat, Chuck A says Falling Tower could review this. I think he means Hit Monkey. That's
Hitmonkey.
I didn't even think of that. That's a great idea.
I told you this like twice this week to review it and put it in a virtual TrekCon day.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Did you really?
Chuck A requested it.
Yeah, but this is Chuck A we're talking about, Anne Marie.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah, from now on, my requests are going to be through Chuck A.
Well, the A stands for Anne Marie.
Yeah,
you guys are a combo.
Good old Chuck A. Always good for a laugh. and a suggestion, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
nice
so that's Hit Monkey. That's Hit Monkey, and that is Dickinson for everybody to check out. If there are a lot of people at home that like to check out new shows that have Star Trek actors in them, like Boston Legal has like 1 million Star Trek actors, and other shows like that do it. So there you go. There's your homework, everybody.
Okay, and then the other really cute one that you're gonna roll your eyes because it's Broadway is that Rene Auberjonois' son is one of the stars of Music Man with Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster that opens in a couple weeks. And it's really fun to see an Auberjonois name like on the stage door. It's just really sweet.